Hey, what's up, all you beautiful people? My name is Ivan Temokov, Chief Human Marketer of RazorSharpDigital.com, a human marketing agency that helps brands forge their digital governance through human-to-human convergence. You're watching episode 18 of the BizGround YouTube show. This is a show about business, startups, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and social media, and basically me sharing my take on my experience over the last decade in those particular areas in hope of helping you provide some insight and value that can help you propel your business in today's competitive and saturated digital marketplace. Before I get into the three things I want to talk about in this show, I want to share a couple other things with you guys that I'm really excited about. Starting next month, the BizGrind YouTube show will be getting a slight makeover, everything from the video production to the quality of the video content in itself. And I'm really excited to bring that to you guys, not to mention sharing even more insight and content on the show that can help you advance your business. That's one of the things that I'm truly excited about, and I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the three things. The first thing I want to talk about is intentions versus actions. The second thing I want to talk about is boosting your Instagram. And the third thing I want to talk about is perception. A lot of what I'm seeing in business, especially with new entrepreneurs or even current entrepreneurs, is that they all have good intentions. And most of us have good intentions, but I think we mistake intentions with actions. You might have good intentions of doing something, accomplishing something in business, but the lack of action and follow through indicates that you're not fully prepared to take that next step. It's great to have intentions, it's great to have plans, it's great to have wishful thinking, but you also need to consider the action that you need to take to solidify those intentions. So in business, if you're thinking about building a marketing plan for your business, take that next step of actually investing into one. If you're thinking about a social media strategy for your company or for your brand or for yourself, even take that next step to invest into a social media strategy. So those are a couple of examples I wanted to share with you guys in terms of comparing intentions versus actions. They're not the same thing. The second thing I want to talk about is boosting your Instagram following. And I'm actually currently writing a blog post on Curati.com. I'm providing a link below for you guys that you can visit. The blog post is going to be available over the next couple of days. We'll specifically talk about how you can boost your Instagram following. But here's a couple of things that I want to share with you guys that hopefully you can take as a takeaway from this video. The first thing is your messaging, your context matters. The hashtags that you use absolutely matter. And the third thing that matters also is the frequency. When do you post your content? So those three things are going to be mentioned in the blog post in addition to a couple of other things. The third thing that I want to talk about in this episode is perceptions. Perceptions are the way that people perceive things. For instance, in business, the way you sell, the way that you build relationships, the way that you interact with others, you are establishing perceptions to others. And what you have to understand is that one's perception varies from another. So one of the challenges in today's competitive business world is making sure that you are establishing proper perceptions to your target audience and your buyer personas in a way that they can perceive that information. And that is a challenge because creating solid perceptions that are easily interpreted by your target audience and buyer personas entails in ensuring that you understand the emotional engagement and interaction and communication of those people that you interact with. So that's something that's really key in business, and it's also key in social media as well. One's perception varies from another. So one person's takeaway from your context, from your message, will vary significantly from another's. All right, guys, there were three things that I talked about in this video. One was when intentions versus actions. They're not the same thing. Keep in mind that you might have good intentions, but if there's no action, then there's no follow through. The second thing that I talked about is Boosting your Instagram following. 3 things to think about and consider strongly is 1 is your messaging and your context, 2 is hashtag usage, and 3 is the frequency. When do you post on Instagram that coincides with the times that your audience is online? And the third thing that I talked about in episode 18 of the Biz Grind is perceptions. Be mindful of the fact that different people interpret things differently. So the types of perceptions that you're creating have to coincide with your target audience and with your buyer persona. Because if you're not creating a cohort perception, then your target audience is completely missing the entire message of whatever it is that you're trying to present, whether it's a piece of communication or you're trying to sell something or whatever it might be. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you really enjoyed the show and you would like to stay updated, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You'll be notified instantly when new episodes are available. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your attention. Stay tuned for a new episode tomorrow. Have a great day.